Hi, my name is Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
Oh.
Yeah, you're getting added in.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, not me being honored. Okay. And I'm gagged and I'm Harper-Rose.
And welcome back to our podcast called
6 Feet Above.
Woo! You've been initiated.
Wow. That just really took me by surprise.
Yeah.
I know.
And I looked at you, you go,
Yeah.
I know. I said, oh,
Yeah.
welcome.
That was a moment. Welcome back.
so honored to be here.
You
Oh.
are one of our highly requested returned
Yeah.
guests. You and Paige.
And we
Okay.
listened to the squad.
We listened to the squad, but also we genuinely love having you here. I feel like the last time I saw you, your hair was different. Your life was different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You started doing fake freckles in your makeup?
Oh. Clocked. Yeah, but
Oh, well, not clocked, but I'm analyzing you.
Well, okay, so let's really get into that. So I'm catfishing right now because
Work.
the pimples on my chin are kind of just, refusing to leave. They have a residency here, so I just thought I would embrace it with covering them up with fake freckles. And then I thought it looked weird, or like moles, rather.
What's wrong with the mole?
Oh, love a mole.
Yeah.
Hate a juicy pimp.
Yeah.
Clear that up.
And I would love to be someone who can just embrace it, but mine are just like dragging
Chin
me down.
pimples, though, are the worst. It's like cute when the pimples are above your cheek. I'll embrace it. But when it's a chin moment, it's like a witch in a bad way.
Can I
It's
say
like
look
something?
great.
It's like a hormonal thing,
Yeah.
Yes,
too.
I will say something, and I don't know if it's like from like the laser of it all or like I really don't know what it is. I've had these two tiny little pimples on my chin for 3 months now. I've counted. 3
Are you
months.
serious? Because I'm really staring at your face and I can't see a damn thing.
There's so much powder on my chin that it's like blurring it out. Boo-hoo.
Kimchi powder.
Of course. Puff, puff,
Right.
pass.
I know things now.
Yeah. So it really did things, but I hear you. I didn't even think about that, like using fake freckles as a way to like mask like texture or zits. Like that's kind of genius. Because I have freckles and I'm like covering them up. Like might as well bring them back to my face.
No, honey, embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
She's a makeup wizard. You
Like,
should see
actually.
her room.
Oh.
It's like stacked with makeup.
Really?
And then when I do my makeup, I'm always like, "Can you do a finishing touch moment?" And she just like paints away and just makes me
Wow.
look gorgeous. Dare I say?
You're literally perfect already.
Right.
But
You guys, if you are driving or trying to fall asleep, we have an audio version of this podcast. It is in the description. And once you're over there, if you could rate our podcast 5 stars on that audio platform, it helps push our podcast out algorithmically. Your makeup skills have leveled like years.
Whoa.
You're like makeup
Yeah.
by
That wasn't even
You're
me
like makeup by
fishing.
Maria.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
okay.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it.
No, I mean,
by
like
day.
a work in progress, and I could see
Thank
the
you so
work
much.
being progressed.
and you always have the highlight down.
Yeah. that's
And
my
the flower in the
favorite.
hair, that's always happening too.
Yeah, so this is
Peony?
peonies. These are peonies. and
And
because
cut.
I created
No, you know what? That's humble, and I like that.
that's called being humble. Because I created an altar in my room because
of
OJ told me that I need to create an altar for June 9th because that's like when the moon is right.
so that's tonight.
I'm
giving
not gonna, no, I know.
369.
Wait, what?
So I got-
like
wait.
a manifestation method?
Yes, it's manifestation.
Wait, why didn't know? Oh, because today's 6,
And then what
and then
was
it's
the
9.
3?
But what's the 3?
I don't know, because I saw that thing on TikTok and I said,
Why didn't
what
no
the
one
heck?
tell me about this?
I should have told
I
you.
don't know.
Oh, guys, by the way, I know this is out far later than June 9th. We're bulk filming because I'm out of
Right.
town right now. So, hate to break the news to you, but hopefully I 369 and emphasize on the 69.
Right.
Hey, oh. Wait, but tell me about this
Manifestation.
altar. What's happening in your room?
Okay, so
What's the seance?
you need a blue cloth. You need like a horseshoe, some flowers, anything that resembles abundance. I got a little Greek bar of soap because I want to travel to Greece by myself.
I guess we're not invited, Trevi.
Nope.
You
we're
heard it
not.
here first.
She's going on a plane alone.
No,
Maybe
you guys are invited.
No, wait.
But anyways, I lit the candles today and I did my manifestations and I dragged Harper-Rose in the room and she felt uncomfortable.
I was trying, but like,
No,
I
but
was,
you were trying.
I was like trying to like hype you up, and then when you wanted me to be vulnerable and like
Yeah.
earnest, that's when I started spiraling out of control.
right because I did my manifestations.
I know,
I
and
was
you
like
were really sweet and
saying
they were-
all these things that I already have, and then I was like, "Your turn," and you were like, "Oh."
Wait, but this sounds like something like I should have A, known about, B,
My
I
bad.
should have been preparing for.
Do it tonight.
But where the f am I going to get a horseshoe, Kate? We're filming for
Just
6
get
hours.
a candle. Just get a candle.
Just get
Okay.
a candle. You can
Yeah.
go to Target
Yeah.
or
Or, mind you, use an existing one. Does it have to
There
be
you
a
go.
freshie?
no.
No.
Okay, so what's the tea? So you have an altar set up. It's like what you need a flower of some sorts. Like what is
Just anything that
representing?
like resembles like luck and abundance of sweets, like
Okay.
just
Lentils.
Yeah,
Dried
lentils.
Yeah.
Do something with your music. Put in something there.
Just like
Wait.
put it on a flash drive and throw the flash drive
Yeah,
into the altar.
into the
Yeah.
candle. And
Sing into it.
Yeah, today it's very potent. So we got to take advantage of this.
Is it the moon per se?
I sound so LA. It kills me.
But
Yeah.
I do want to say the longer you live here, the more this happens to you.
Yeah, but I've noticed
What,
it working.
psychosis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
psychosis.
Of course.
Yeah.
It works,
there.
which is what f***ed me up. That's why I keep doing it.
And I love that you're saying that to live in that energy.
That's not what it does. Like,
No, I know.
all of these things that I want clarity on in my life, I'm getting.
Yeah.
That's
and then
good.
it's making room for all of these beautiful dreams to happen.
And I know that's
But
real.
also give yourself credit for that, right?
No,
Like
it's
you
the- yeah, then it's
found.
the candle
Okay, you're
stick.
acting like I'm insane.
No, I'm saying give
Okay.
your.
I'm not insane.
I'm saying give
Coach
yourself the
out.
credit for the clarity
Yeah,
that you've
of course.
discovered. Like it's not some magical thing that's why I always have this.
I'm an active participant in the clarity.
And thank fucking God.
Yeah.
But like this is why I always have this like, and I have nothing against. Well, I have some things against organized religion because it hates me. But like,
Right.
I don't have anything against like religious people, but like a lot of things like where there's something that someone worked so hard on like their entire lives, or like something that required so much personal development, and then it's like they like put it all to like a
third
religion
entity.
or like a third entity. And it's not to say that there's should be no spiritual aspect to like life at all. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like I always want to like emphasize like you did it.
Right.
Like you did it, bitch. Like this is purely off free will.
You're literally showing up as you are, and it's beautiful, and that's very valid. That
Thanks.
it's us as well.
This is a sweet app.
Oh.
Wait, what the heck?
This is a sweet app.
Speaking of sweet,
No.
This is a sweet app.
this is a sweet app. I feel like a lot's changed since you last came on this podcast.
Nope.
And can we get like an update on your life for the fans
Legit
of
begging.
Harper-Rose?
Okay, so my uncle's listening. Here's the thing. That's weird. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, you guys, I have to come clean. I do legally have a boyfriend now, and so
Wait,
sorry.
like a human male.
So this is a
I
human
kissed a
man,
boy.
Okay.
and I've known him for like 5 years.
Lies.
Unfortunately, so true.
Really?
He asked me out, I think like 8 months ago now. I said, I'm good on that. No, I was actually really nice. I was
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, no thanks. I'm over here doing GAY activities, but
Right, because I
I
thought
see
you were
when I
leaning
hear
more
you.
into that.
yeah, I was. And then
Yeah.
I ended up dating one of our mutual friends for a hot sec. And then, you know, we kept talking, and then like that kind of fizzled out. And then we just started, like, we kept talking just as friends do.
Right.
And then one thing led to another, and I said, uh-oh. So I don't know. I just like, I saw him in a different light, shall
Yeah.
we say. And I started realizing that we just had like such a good chemistry.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just started like trying to put like hints out that I was down.
Right.
And then he came to my musical improv show,
No shit.
and you know that people do not want to come to those. And so
Right.
it was really sweet.
That's when you know. Yeah.
And it's like you and him. And then,
Yeah, right.
and then, yeah. So then when he came, I kind of, you know, laid it on thick that I was down to hang out with him in a different setting.
Right, in a different
You know, I
manner.
did an arm touch, if you will. But then I was really nervous because I feel like sometimes I will get these really chaotic crushes on people.
Limerence.
And, you know, honey, so I like
Clock it.
romanticize everything. I'll like romanticize this mug. I'm like, is this my soulmate? Here
No,
we go.
I'm like,
Right.
that's actually so like restoration hardware
Yeah.
chic. Like I'm in love.
Yes.
Yeah, no, everything is romantic.
I feel like for the last 2 years, anytime someone has attempted to get close to me, even when I'm also kind of trying to let that happen, there's been such a massive wall up that it's just was it was impenetrable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
That almost, I feel like that's close to the right word that I'm trying to say.
No,
Yeah.
I like that was a choice for
Okay.
sure. Impenetrable.
It is a real word.
No,
It is.
No, it is.
Wait.
It's just a choice.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
yelled at you.
I'm like-
Kate! Okay.
Like as if she's Miss Merriam-Webster.
I am.
Honey,
I
yeah.
am.
No, because I'm seeing the flower and I know what's going on. But I was so shut down. And then even in like my last relationship, it was very tumultuous. Uh-oh. That's how I like it, sweetie. Rock and rolling. But then this person is very, very sweet, and there is like a familiarity there because we have known each other.
Right. That probably helps a lot.
Yeah, and it's not like we were like super close, but we were like friendly, and like he's vetted by friends.
Right. So important.
That's also, I mean, that's
everyone
kinda,
loves him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
he's
like
so
with
sweet.
Paige that just came on. Like, she like knew the guy that she is talking to. Like, she has friends that know him, so it's like you have like this network of like, I don't know. I feel like when Kate and I date, we just date like fucking total strangers. We don't know
Girl.
shit about
I've
stuff
done
that's
that
going
too.
on.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
It's all bad, but and see, people always they make fun of me because I do bounce on my friends, but I'm sorry that I
Hey.
want to bounce on someone I trust and munch. Like, I'm
No,
sorry.
that's so true. But it's like at the end of the day, I feel like all my friends are girls and gays.
Right.
Like, I
and they're
can't
at a
bounce
loss.
on a gay because
Yeah.
it's like hashtag how many Viagra's am I gonna have to force you to sniff?
Go.
Right.
And then it's like, I'm sorry. Like, what am I gonna do? Scissor?
you might.
I would love to love that. You
Don't
know
knock
that,
it.
Kate.
I know.
I
I
know.
know.
Guys, I hate to interrupt you in the middle of this episode, but if you can like this video, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. I know it sounds like a lot, but it literally takes 2 seconds. It helps YouTube push our channel and podcast out to more like-minded people like you. So we would really, really appreciate it. But maybe I should just start like, I don't know, wearing beanies and learn how to skateboard and just be like, you guys want to watch me
Okay.
kickflip and just be like befriend a bunch of like,
But
No.
keep these heels on toots when you
Yeah.
do it.
ooh,
Spice
y'all
it
want to
up
watch
on
me
there.
skateboard in a kitten heel?
Yeah.
Be yourself.
they
Straight
nut.
pride.
They nut. I slip on the nut.
Literally.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
sorry. Where is this
So,
going?
That's straight pride, but
No.
what I want to know is
Okay, I'm not actually gonna be friends straight men. I hate them all. Continue. Sorry.
No,
how
and
does
honestly, this is
anyone
really hard
have
for
a,
me.
How does anyone have a friend that's wait? I literally have a friend that's straight.
Clock it.
What I like about your man is that he stood on business since day one.
Yeah.
And a lot of these fucking losers think they can breadcrumb, think they can like, oh, have you for a second and then dip. And he said, no, I'm going to get my claws in and you're mine. This makes him sound like a predator. But, like,
But what
no,
you're saying is
yes.
he's very unapologetic with
He
how-
wanted you and didn't make you feel confused, which is how it should
No.
be.
You should never be confused on if someone likes you or not.
Thank
because
you.
Kate and I talked about this in a previous episode where we spoke about breadcrumbing, because if you accept the breadcrumbing, at one point they remove the breadcrumbs, and honey, all that's left of the bread is you're sniffing the loaf.
Yeah.
You
Wait.
were so ready to tee that up.
No, you're
love
just
it.
you gotta like take the little, like the grocery store tag on a loaf of bread,
Yeah.
and like the little plastic, you unravel it. That's us,
Right.
not you
Sweetie.
right now.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that was me for years and years and years. And also, who knows? Like, you can never trust a man. Like, he's probably cheating on me right now. Like, you don't know. Okay, that's crazy.
No, but honestly, no. I hate that. That's like that's where our brain goes. No, he's probably cheating. on me.
Because like I could sit on here and say like, oh my gosh, he is the sweetest person I've ever dated. He is
My
so
man,
Yeah, my man,
genuine. I literally like
literally,
I could say
you know
that.
where I'm at.
But then you want to know it? Then I'd have to go get the damn clown nose out of the backseat of your car, which we
Right.
really do have for
Yeah.
some
And
reason.
a bald cap.
No, and I
actually.
should have worn the bald cap in here. My forehead's
Yeah.
so big, I'm practically wearing one. Doesn't matter. But
Oh my God.
I literally, it's like hard for me to like say nice things
Yeah.
because I always know the circus is like a haunt away.
Well, we just have a history of dating
The freak show.
being main acts
Yeah.
in the circus. And it's
Yeah.
like, but that shouldn't hinder us from being excited about someone we're dating that's like given us no reason to feel like a clown.
Yeah.
But I get the hashtag trauma because I was literally talking to Harper-Rose about this on the way here. I was like, the next man I talk to, if he like sniffs in the wrong direction, I'm gonna be like, oh, you're playing in my fucking face and get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
And I said, now that I say that out loud, that's really not healthy. I shouldn't do that.
Wait, and then why
No,
am I
because
cursing?
and that's
Like,
the thing though.
and more
Because
on
that's
that.
the thing though. Because it's like you want to believe that there's like genuinely like good. No, it's real. You want to believe that there's genuinely like good people, and like if you like that gives I have trauma. Get the fuck away from me. And
I
like
know.
I would do that too, obviously. But like you never know the intentions of someone without giving it a little bit of time. But like I agree with you. Like I'm
Yeah.
on that wave of like, if anybody ever tried to fuck with me
Yeah.
again, I'm just like, get the f away from me.
Yeah. And like I will say, like I'm a little feisty right now because I've talked about on other episodes that I was in limerence for like legit 5 months. And I was straight up breadcrumbed for 5 months.
Loaf sniffed.
You both witnessed it.
Yeah.
Low sniffed. And like today, a few hours ago, I blocked this man. So I'm feeling like very free today.
That's good.
And like,
You took your power back.
and you know what? It took a little while, but I'm not going to shame spiral. But I'm thinking back on the breadcrumbing and I'm like, hey, what the was that?
Hey,
That was so disrespectful.
wasn't even sourdough.
And to me, how dare you?
I know.
That's crazy.
Because you're one of the most perfect people I know, if not
and
the.
it's like, and dare I say, I'm nice and funny.
And hot.
Period. Trifecta.
So
Yeah.
Lock it.
I'm working through something today, but
No, because
No,
actually,
as am I.
Yeah.
also, I don't know if this is allowed to say.
say it.
Probably isn't. Get ready to cut. But I don't like that he called you up out of the blue and tried to put the blame for like the spotty communication on you.
Wait, I didn't know
That-
about this.
Yeah, no, he called me and he was like, he breadcrumbed me so many times, and one time he like breadcrumbed and like I just like responded being like, okay. And then he called me up and was like, this is on you. You're ignoring me. And I was like,
That I've gotten that before, and like
and it
when
makes you
it's
think you're going insane.
no, I'm like
Yeah.
you're actually. They're like, well, you gave me nothing to respond to. You're like, you're practically putting in no work.
Oh,
But I'm like,
okay, princess.
But
yeah, no, okay, queen.
Yeah,
Divas lay down. And you know what? I know you hate to talk about prospects. I also hate to talk about prospects on here,
Yeah.
active ones. But honey, you free yourself more by talking about it.
Yeah.
You don't
No,
want
get
that
the fuck out of my
Yeah,
face.
you don't want
Yeah.
that in your fucking life.
no.
I deserve legit light years. I think anyone deserves light years
Yeah.
better than whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But you dealt with breadcrumbing for a long time.
God, yeah.
So you're happy though.
No,
With
she's
the
happy
breadcrumbs,
now.
I love it. No,
No,
no.
just like overall with like everything with this new man. Like, are you guys are fully dating?
And that's really hard for me. But yes, we
Wow.
are.
No, she brought him over. That's a big deal.
I know. I
Okay.
do not bring people over.
And you really like
Okay,
him.
fine. I'll say it. I love him. Okay, what do you want?
Wow.
Okay, don't clap for that. It's
Wow.
Pride Month and it's not okay.
No,
But
I know that actually is.
I know.
right.
I know. I know.
I know.
I fall I've strayed. So, but
So-
he listens to Regina Spektor, so it's like
No, he
queer in that way.
doesn't.
It's
Yeah, he does.
adjacent.
He is,
adjacent.
he is one of the girlies because like me and Harper-Rose always do our like skincare at the end of the night, and he like sat on the toilet and watched us do it.
He wasn't using he was sitting there while we were okay.
Taking the shit.
Kate. Okay.
I'm literally making this dude look. He's great. Like I love him.
We're like saying a lot.
Like he's a predator. He watches us do our makeup
No, it's just because
on the toilet. Like what?
I know, and I'm like, and he asked me out, and I said no, and then he kept coming back, and I said he showed up at my show. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Wait, we're really painting it? No.
I literally love him.
No, and I do too, and I can't believe. And then like someone that I had briefly dated reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, like, I love how like you would only hang out with me late at night. You would, you know, you didn't want us to progress at all. Da 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 da. And then like you date this guy for 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden like boom, you're posting him, and you're doing this, and that. And I was like,
When you
I
know,
can
you
see
know.
how that
You
would
know,
be
you know,
frustrating, and I'm sorry, but like with this, I don't know. It just
Well, that person
works.
wasn't trying to take you out, right?
Oh, this person was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The roster was long. Okay, just kidding.
like
kind
a
of,
scroll, honey.
honey. But we said we're gonna clear the bums, and no.
Yeah.
How long were you dating before you like were exclusive?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
2 weeks, and I was out of town for one of the weeks.
Isn't that wild?
Here's what I'm gonna say.
We need to learn a lesson or something.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend the way that I move, but I will
No.
say when I really know when I can just tell that something works, I'm just gonna do it. And I mean, I haven't been in a relationship in over 2 years, like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
2 years, whatever. But I just feel like, you know, when it works, and also like I feel like very much like you get what you give, and he was really giving the energy of like, hey, I'm really into you. I don't want to see, you know, like do whatever you want. I personally don't want to see anyone else. And however long it takes you to, you know, figure out what you want, I'm here. I just really like you, and I'm really excited about spending time with you. Oh my God, that was the thing. On our first official date, he thanked me for my time, and it was like
That's
such a
hot.
sweet thing. And I'm
That's
like, yeah,
hot.
I am
Right.
giving you my time. I feel like everyone I date like always kind of insinuates that I'm too much, or like that I'm like
same.
annoying, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they don't like that I do stand up, or that I am like
Guy.
crazy online. And like he doesn't complain. Oh, he does stand up too, so like he gets it, but he just like lets me be myself.
That's a fucking fabulous
It's period.
type of person.
Literally so happy that you're getting the respect you deserve.
For real.
But in honor of me killing my breadcrumbing stage, do you have a story that can inspire the masses about a breadcrumbing experience?
Yeah, I have a really romantic and enchanting tale.
How you came out on the other side.
Yeah, try not to get jealous.
Yeah.
Mission
try
impossible.
not. Yeah, try not to get horny challenge level.
Oh, you're gonna be juiced up once I tell you what's going on. So I was on and off with someone for like 5-6 years.
I'm jealous.
No,
already.
that's a dream.
And actually, we can just end it here, guys.
Sounds like a real good use of time, honestly, because I've never done that.
It's a really
Need
fun
that.
use of time. It's
Yeah.
really, it's great.
It seems
it's not
productive.
emotionally taxing
Yeah.
at all. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I throw up blood. No, but so he. Sorry, just memory lane is cute.
Yeah.
But
it's like it's like the yellow brick road. It's like this way, this way, this way. You're all going the same place.
yeah, it's all going to hell. So
Right.
don't worry. See ya there, toots. But
Hope the Wi-Fi is good.
my boyfriend just cheated on me. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so then it started off with him. He asked me out. He like pursued me hardcore. And I'm like, okay, not me being the belle of the damn ball. All
No.
right.
No
This was in like my
way.
earlier 20s. And then he, you know, he would buy me flowers, and we have roses in front of our building, hard pivot, but then we're
Right.
going to jump back in. And this person is honestly testing my damn patience because we have these cute little roses, and this guy comes and he's giving them to his girlfriend, but he cuts down all of our roses to give them to her.
And I always think it's kind of
That's
cute.
actually just romance.
And you're like, damn it, he's there again.
No,
Well,
that's-
because I know
that's
he's
just-
cheating on her, and he's okay.
Wait.
Facts.
Am I good? No.
No,
Okay.
I'm not either. It's fine. Okay, wait.
I love
So,
that. So anyway,
the crumb
so
of the
he's-
bread.
Yeah.
He's writing me love notes. He's like, you know, making all these future plans. He's like, I can't wait for you to meet my mom. Like we're together for like 6 months or whatever, and like, you know, we're doing everything that like, you know, you would do in a relationship. And then all of a sudden I realize I'm like, wait, you haven't ever referred to me as your girlfriend. And so I kind of clock that and I go, hey, I think it was actually 4 months, but I was like, hey, like we've been together 4 months now. What's going on here? And he goes, I don't really like the word girlfriend. It's just kind of like, I think it's kind of a stupid word.
King has a point.
Please light yourself on fire.
I know. And I said, wait, you know, my self-esteem is just low enough for me to really like receive this frequency of messages.
And then they make you go. They make you think. You're like, yeah, I don't need a label.
Right.
yeah, we're just doing things differently, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
we're modern. And you're like, oh. And I'm like,
and
I wonder why I'm dripping in BV. It's because he's literally
Talk
out
about
there,
it.
like,
Oh,
dipping in other, you know,
Pools.
queens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Queens, pools,
Yeah.
and may I say, maybe kings.
You want to know what with this one? Definitely a king or two.
Hey,
I could,
Maybe
whatever
we
was
get-
happening to me, I said, this is some king shit.
Yeah, it was some king shit.
and God
Yeah.
forbid, he was a little fluid icon.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you know what fluid isn't fun? Take it away.
Okay, yeah. Whatever fluid was coming out of me after a night of
Exactly.
ruckus that he had, and then he brought that
Come
back.
on, Ruckus.
Yeah.
Come on, Ruckus.
It's
I
like
started
it's like
talking insane,
Yeah.
when I-
ruckus.
honey. But it was really, I feel like I got really wrapped up in this never-ending validation quest. That's like the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the dark side also of the breadcrumbing. Because, like, of course, there's like the adrenaline when they hit your phone, and
Yeah.
then when it's good, it's good. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
it should always be good.
Hey,
Right.
it should always be good because when it feels really good when things are bad, it's an imbalance of dopamine, and it's like. And I'll let you finish in 2 seconds, but that
No,
just
you're
brought
perfect.
such a point to me because it's like you think of things that are like steadily good, and it's like I feel like they almost know that, so like they purposely make it bad so you get excited again.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm actually old enough now where I would value to feel like a lower version of like happiness or like what good is
Yeah.
constantly than to be like, holy shit, I hate my fucking life, and then like back
Yeah,
up to like this is
exactly.
the best fucking man in my entire fucking life. And that doesn't even go just for like men. It could just be like with everything in life. Like when it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. It's like, oh my god, I just crave consistency, period. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yes, totally. And I feel like, you know, sometimes things can be like indicative of maybe patterns that we saw in our dear old childhood. Who
What's that?
knows?
I don't remember
I
it.
know, honestly, black it out. But all I know to be true is it like this was off and on for like 5.5 years, and then it would go from bad to worse, but then like he would come back like 10 times harder than he had the time before, so then like it keeps spiking my adrenaline, and then
Yep.
if a relationship he was like my comfort ex, but
Yeah.
Ooh, very insidious stuff.
Comfort X is a very insidious pair of words.
Yeah. And it's also, I want to point out to what you were saying earlier, like there's certain things that are just not true. Like we put like fun little spins on things like a situationship. That's just a lack of respect.
No, and
Talk
clock
about
it, and
it.
clock it, because
Talk about it.
why have we as a generation and like the digital age created, how do I say this, 17 steps when all it takes is, I like you, you like me. Maybe we should give it a couple like beats
Yeah.
before we decide, okay, I think that we should try this out. I'm like, what is a situationship versus what is a talking stage? And then
Yeah.
you get from like talking stage to like exclusivity stage. And then I'm like, wait, what? You're saying that you're exclusive, but you're not officially dating.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
That's
I
another
know it
lack of
happens.
respect.
I hear this all the time,
No.
though. I
Yes,
hear this, like,
I know.
Well, we're exclusive, but we're not. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I think that's a code word for clown because that's not. And I've also
You're
fallen
like, I f
victim to
men,
that.
but I'm not gay.
Right.
Two things can't be true
Yeah.
Yeah,
in that scenario.
honey.
Well, unless you're bi. But here's the thing.
I get what you're saying.
The metaphor is metaphoring. I just don't understand what the fucking extra steps are. It seems like all it is prolonging something. So like right before you get to that point, it all crashes and burns. And that's all I have for you today. Roll the ad.
Anytime Gabby and I have an ad on Tea Time, we do something to piss them off, and then they drop us, and it's really funny. And you're leaving that in. Okay.
We should start doing that.
Didn't I get you guys an ad one time?
Oh, you did, and then I kept saying the name of the app wrong, and he goes, "I swear to God, I feel like you're with me," and I was like, "No, I'm calling it red flag, green flag." He's like, "That's not what the app is called," and I'm like, in my head,
I
that's
tried.
Wait,
it was really
okay,
sweet.
Miss Social Media Marketing
I
Legend.
know. It was before 6 Feet Above.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Dare I
Well.
say,
I want my girls to eat.
No, and you want to know what? We do
munch.
too. I think we need a different type of medicine or something because,
hey, I call that a relapse. I'm
because
ready.
I was like, whoa. In my head, I really sincerely thought I was like giving it my all.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You've never said the name right once." I said, "Well, color me shocked."
You said I'm
Yeah.
going off script.
I
You
said,
go,
"I guess
I
I'm
don't- can't you use it?"
breadcrumbing." Yeah. Okay. No.
Hey.
No.
You're like, can't you use like AI to fix it or something?
Yeah.
You're like, and back to our sponsor from Red Flag, Green Flag.
He's
That
like,
sounds right.
No. I know. Like and still to this day, I can't even tell you what the real name of the app
Or
was.
like one
love
fish,
it.
two fish, red,
Yeah.
red
No.
fish, gay fish, or some.
Right.
Anyway, happy Pride.
Oops.
Continue.
Yeah.
Literally. No, but I mean, just like this, it took me, I was like in such a addictive site. Cause that's the thing. It just was so addictive. And then I was putting all of my self-worth little eggs in his basket. Hey, don't.
Yeah.
And then like he would make these amazing promises like, oh, we should do a getaway. We should get away. I'm like, you should go away.
Enough
to a
with the
therapist.
fucking getaway teases.
No.
That is their like, on the topic of bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's like, how do I get a bitch excited? Damn. This whole episode so far, I'm just complaining. Anyway.
No, but you're going through something, but it's like,
Not
it's
even that I'm going, it's not even that I'm going through something. It's that like, I am just so upset with the modern world of dating. I don't even think this is like,
Do you feel like empathy is devoid now because of dating apps? And do you feel like it's
Yes,
because
and
it's more like a game now and it's more of like a dopamine
Well,
fix
it's
than
a-
actually searching for
1000%, because I think once you find, and I don't want to like make this the truth and say it out loud, but it's like there's a lot of hot people on dating apps. Like that's just the truth. And like if one of them is, you know, maybe not acting a particular way or what you're searching for, like it's so easy to just like get back on the search. Like you can't just, it's not the 50s where you just like have to go scavenge the town again for a new, like it's in your pocket.
right.
Yeah.
It's in your pocket, and it's like these people are disposable. I start crying.
No, but like there is kind of a disposable nature to dating because like, there's such an influx of options. You know, it's like, and then you got 30-year-old men on Snapchat, and then you go, well,
Mind you,
how are we supposed to actually have anything real
Right,
at your grown age?
literally.
Like you should be building a shelf, not like building a roster on Snapchat. It's like really
a streak,
Yeah.
Don't
That's
even.
building a
Unbelievable.
private story.
Yeah.
Hey, go to your job.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
Pay
and
child
also
support.
get a job.
No.
Like actually.
The dating world is so confusing. That's why I literally don't do it. And when I do it, I'm like, when I like someone, I'm like, oh my God, like, because this never happened. So I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket, and that's never worked out for me. So, you
Also-
know what?
Oh,
No, please.
no, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I didn't even know what I was going to say.
Well, you're perfect. I just got excited.
No, please.
But I just like you're such a lover girl,
Yeah.
and it just like really breaks my heart because
Yeah.
like I feel like you are so guarded, and so it is a really big deal when you let someone in,
Yeah.
and you don't just do that willy nilly.
No, she
and
does
that's why
not.
that guy.
Ever.
We need to make up a rumor about him online.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to pitch the story to like press. I'll
no,
make it up.
because he's whack for that.
And like the thing is, I'm gonna wholeheartedly agree with you because like anyone would be so lucky to be loved by me. Not
Yeah.
saying I was in love with him, but I'm saying like
No.
No, but
to,
as
like,
your
give
friends,
my
we
heart.
literally
Yeah.
feel your love. Okay,
Right.
this
Yes.
app is like, what
No,
the hell?
I love this app. I love this app.
Yeah, it's true.
I wish I could be more like you, were in the sense of like and maybe it just takes more bullshit that I have to go through, but I do admire the guard of it all, but it's like it doesn't make it better or worse if you're less guarded or more guarded if you get dogged in the end. Hey-o.
Yeah.
But like even when I first met you, like you were like willy-nilly like let's
No.
gag it out city. Like it
I've
took
never
us
been that way.
I mean, we were practically living together. It took you
Yeah.
weeks to even like start gagging with me.
yeah,
And like you were still on that like patient client or that like like manager client
Yeah.
like kind of like you're like, okay, I gag with you, but I only gag with you in the sober living.
gag from a distance.
Gag from a distance at a dose.
Yeah,
mind you. And like you do really take the time to analyze everyone, and that's so admirable. But I think that like, yeah, I think people who it's also a game too, right? Like I think when men can tell that you're more guarded, they create an identity to get you to crack.
It's
and
like
then
a challenge.
That's
It's-
like what the comedian did to me.
Yeah.
The last comedian I was
Girl.
And
you
then
set me up with.
Girl, okay.
No, you were.
And
Alley-ooping.
I rue that day.
No, I
that
rue
was
that day too.
not him running off stage being like, wait. And I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
But see, I was still, you know, in the sunken place.
Yeah.
And so now looking at it, I'm like, oh, a healthy person wouldn't have done all that.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait,
He
Kate.
ran off stage to Harper-Rose and was like, set me up with your roommate for those that are confused.
Oh,
But,
yeah. But but he didn't just do that. He like went on, he gave me like a soliloquy of like all of your like amazing, basically like all these things that he like thought about you. And I'm like, well, I think that about Kate. And I was like, well, maybe
Yeah.
you see her like I see her. Hey, how could he? He's never met you before.
Right.
Wait. I said, Kate, get him out of the requests.
No, now.
And
I
I
think-
did.
You haven't cried in a minute, Kate. So get him out of the requests and let's get this going. My bad, girl.
Start in jail, work their way out.
No, because actually.
No, I think prison to jail, to
Right.
juvie, to probation.
Right.
Yeah.
To sober living.
No, to community service work,
True.
to then volunteer work, to then like, what's the next step?
No-
Experiencing Hinge as a woman.
Yes. Wait, maybe
Figure
that's
that out.
before prison.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Maybe
gonna say,
that's prison.
I was like, there needs to be more steps, and they need to just be a little bit harder. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just cooked something up really good.
No, I'm not kidding. Pitch it to like, I don't know, the government. Just
Right.
kidding. They're not in my favor.
Okay,
Right, at
because
all.
actually, but no, it's so hard to like, you know, not have your guard up, especially when everyone's. I love that expression that you said. Now I can't stop saying it. Playing in your face.
Right.
I mean, I've been with Zach now for like what, like
Name
a
drop.
month and a half. Who cares? A month and a half, and I still will like not really spend the night at his place. And I barely.
And
like
that's a
it.
boundary.
Yeah, because I'm like I don't really want to get attached. I mean, like I literally am attached, but I just like
At the hip, mind
Yeah.
you.
Right?
cloaked. But I just like I don't know. There's something so intimate about like spending the night with someone and like waking up in the morning.
Next
Yeah.
to them,
I-
like bonnet on.
I'll be
Right.
like 2 a.m. I'm out, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, maybe don't do that." And I said, "See ya."
Wouldn't want to be a.
I said, "Maybe I'll work through this."
Yeah.
Right.
One day. No, I'm. That's what fucks me up. I think the sleepovers fuck me up the most.
Of course I do, because that's so intimate. You're laying face to face.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you dream about? You're like,
Right.
your life in 5 years. And then he's like, oh, God, with you. And you're like, okay. And then all of a sudden he's like,
I'm like, wait, and I going to your childhood home? What are you saying?
yeah. And he's like, I forgot though.
I actually hate you.
Yeah. He's like, I forgot. I'm actually going in raw with other people. So
Yes.
you go, I love details. Okay.
So if you start to get itchy, see a derm.
Mind your business.
If you start to get itchy, hey, mind your business.
You're like, what?
I'm like, wait, you asked to sleep here.
Literally.
And that's the duality of life.
They love going into our spaces and ruining
Art
it.
spaces are our spaces.
Both.
Same thing.
Yeah. Into
Because
our art and into our spaces.
To
Because
date,
we're art.
dating has literally created a creative famine for womankind.
No, because look
okay,
at
Miss
me.
Famine,
Look
it's
at me.
giving-
It
Sweet.
famishes you of your creativity and your like. I'm like, get out.
No, because
She
when
goes,
Coach,
everyone, get out! The rest of the podcast is Kate sitting crisscross applesauce staring into all three cameras.
Just foaming
Yeah.
at the mouth.
Just
no, because when Coach Kate enters the building, you better hold on to your.
no, I don't even
I'm
think
working
that's
through a
Coach
lot.
Kate. I think
Yeah.
that's who coached Coach Kate.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
That's like
OG.
That's
3
like
personalities
the
later.
superintendent.
True.
So
At the end of the day,
Okay, Miss Famine.
did I stutter?
no, actually,
okay,
I don't.
damn.
No, Kate. For once on this podcast, we haven't stuttered.
Literally.
No, I haven't. Not one of us has said remix.
Right. Only speaking facts.
Whoa.
Guys, this the final time I'm going to interrupt you in this episode. We have like 20 something, 21, 22 full on exclusive 6FA episodes on our Patreon, patreon.com/6feetabove. We are a self-funded podcast. So, hey, if you want to go over there and get a bunch of brand new content, it would mean the world to us because it keeps the lights on and it keeps the podcast going. So your support matters to us. And you just being here matters to us. So we love you. Hope to see you over there. Back to the episode. On the topic of all of us being amazing friends to each other, if you were having a bad day or a crash out, I would most likely try to get you out of the fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
But being the person that is experiencing very difficult emotions, I have been an absolute kind of disaster. I mentioned it earlier. I switched to like injection estrogen. I literally don't know what emotion I'm feeling. I feel like I'm feeling 7 extra emotions that I've never felt before. So I've just been like kind of weirdly hermit and manic at the same time. Coin it and clock it. But it was a Friday night the other night, and I have one of my friends staying with me, Zach, who went to Europe with me before because he's moving places right now. I was like, oh, just take the guest room. And he noticed that like I was like going through, and it's always like a battle of our own mind. Like it's never really like dominantly like about something with like large like context. Like for me, when I'm like spiraling, it's mostly like out of confusion and out of scenario making. Like under whatever category, not just dating in general. If I'm spiraling about a meeting I just had, or if I'm spiraling about the fucking podcast, like I'm creating scenarios of how things go. Like I that's future tripping, right? I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
So I was just having a moment like that, and it was a Friday night, and I was like literally like in my underwear, like dare I say tits out on my couch. And I just was not doing good. And he literally like walks out of the guest room. He's like, it's a Friday night. Like, you need to go put a beauty blender to your face. And I go, you know what? That's real. You're a real friend.
Okay.
But I said, hey, check this one out. I can't guarantee I'll be Gaggy the Clown tonight.
Right.
I can't guarantee I'll be the life of the party. Normally am.
It's true. I've seen it.
But I can't guarantee that like just because there's some skin tint on my face and dare I say cream contour, that I'm going to be, you know, Lady Marmalade. That I'm going to be Wagon Wheel Watusi from the movie Burlesque.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And coin it, clock it, gag it, and twist it. So I put the beauty blender to my face. We go to Tenants. I legit emitted the energy of Eeyore. And it wasn't even like,
Yeah.
I'm never the person to like, when I'm in public, I try to give body language boots. I try not to always cross my arms. I try to stand up tall. I try to at least not even have a smile, but like make sure my mouth is in a placement where I don't look like a cunt.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like for all of 2023 and
I'd be
most of
doing that.
most of 2024, I was like, I asked a lot of people about like, do I look like a bitch? And a lot of people were like, yeah, you have a resting bitch face. So I worked on that. Okay. I legit could not muster up to like pretend like I was good. I had a skimpy outfit on with, dare I say, a kitten heel and a black tie.
Period.
Sue me. It was a Friday night.
Right.
Yeah, but I just admitted, like, I don't want to be here. And they tried to just, like, literally, like, snuck Red Bull in because the venue didn't have Red Bull. And they, like, tried to, like, do everything to just, like, get me to, like, feel a little bit distracted. And, like, obviously, like, that's the only thing you can do, like, when you're going through, like, something that you have no control over.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these situations, we freak out because we don't have the control over it. But, like...
And the demons are so loud at night.
The demons, I mean, I swear to God, once the clock clocks you...
Right.
Once the clock clocks you and the sun gags you and it goes down and it's past midnight... Hey, so that's crazy. I didn't realize there was ants crawling in my skin.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Right.
because actually,
Like...
when you got back, like, did you journal? Did you?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. And I love that. And it's
Yeah, I'll
always
be
like when
honest
we
with
should
you.
be journaling. No, and also thank you because more on that. I feel like okay. Now that's the remix.
Remix.
Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. Because it had to happen.
Yeah.
Freaky.
I manifested it. No, but I feel like the times like where we should be like journaling or whatever, it's like, or at least for me, I will like hide from it. And I'm like, oh, I like don't want to sit with myself, I guess.
Yeah.
And so then like I'll toil away on like watching fucking like TikToks or like oil documentaries until like 4 a.m. I'm like, hey, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then I'm eating Taco Bell and I'm like, wait, now I feel worse. What's
Well,
going on?
Sometimes you just got to go to bed.
It's
Yeah,
so
but you
hard to tell when to
can't.
go out and when to not. Because I had a night I think it was like last weekend. I felt so depressed over like where my career is and like wanting it to be different and da. I was just having like a pity party, and
The best kind of party.
honestly, I throw the best one. So here we
No,
go.
I don't.
No, because actually,
Yeah.
but so I'm just like sitting in my bed, just being like a lump. And then my friends like, dragged me out. And I was like, I just don't want to go. And then when I went out, I couldn't even, exactly. I couldn't even remember what I was moping about when I got home. And it was great. But yeah, there are times where I go out and then like it sends me into like a 5-day spiral.
Right.
Yeah, like it almost like sometimes like if depending on what you're upset about.
That's what I was going to
If
say.
you go out and you see something that maybe like makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what you see.
Yeah.
If I'm sad about a man, I am not going out. That will make me feel so bad if I'm out at like 4100 and I'm sad about a guy.
They're just
and I just see
everywhere.
a bunch of like Silver Lake dudes with the little tattoos and I'm like, this is just making me
The
feel
little
great.
tattoos.
Crawling on the
It's
walls.
So real.
Literally. But
It's
if
so
crawling on the
real.
walls.
yeah, and like the little chain and the nose ring, but no shade.
It's the nose ring
nose
every
ring.
time.
Yeah.
But if it's like career or like I'm just like a sad moment, then I can force myself to leave the house.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, emotional. I feel like I like to hide.
Yeah.
But then when it's emotional, when it's like more like a romantic based trauma, I need
Yeah.
to I'm like too delicate to be out with like the harshness of the world
Right.
or the nose pierced skies of Silver Lake. But
Right.
yeah, then if it's about something trivial, I feel like I can just like push past it.
So are you saying that you actively journal?
I really do try. I tried I started in I got back into it like in 2020 and I was like, I'm gonna journal every single day for 5 years. And then don't worry, I fell off. But now I try and do it at least like 3 times a week.
Okay.
gee.
But I want you to know that sometimes I don't even do that.
Well, like, what is it?
I've been pretty good lately, but
I guess like my only thing is because like when I have things that I want to write about, I necessarily like save it for like my sessions. But then it's like sometimes when I get to my sessions, I'll be in a good mood and I'll like forget what I was upset about. So it
Right.
might be useful to have those journals of those emotions as I was experiencing them. Because like if I'm writing a song on a day where it's like I actually feel better, it's like I won't have that raw emotion
Right.
from me. So you're inspiring me to journal is all I'm saying.
okay, and I literally love that.
I
Yeah,
just
it
like
helps.
because you do it too.
Yeah, you just like literally shit post in your journal. Just like dump whatever is out on your mind onto the journal. It doesn't have to be concise, especially for
Well,
me.
you only have to understand it, you know,
Right.
right?
And just raw.
well,
how
and
you
me
feel.
because like we read each other's.
Yeah,
stories.
Yes.
of course, obviously.
And then we like put it on Patreon.
Yeah.
And everyone else has to like
Yeah.
understand it.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
Patreon.com/6 feet above.
Above. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I just
I feel like it's
maybe-
good to like recognize patterns too.
It is, but then it's like change it.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Right.
trying.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm not in love with pen to paper. Sue me.
Do audio notes maybe.
I could do audio notes, but then it's like, oh my god, could you imagine listening back at that? Like,
Could be helpful.
it could.
I
be.
love reading back my journals and being like, oh my god.
No, I think reading it back it would be. But I think like if there's,
Right.
I experience a lot of words in my head and a lot of emotion, so I'm thinking like a fucking hand and a pencil. I'm like, this is gonna take hours.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's discouraging, and like two, it's like giving. I feel like my hand's gonna hurt, and then I'm just gonna like drop it and like have a breakdown that I didn't finish it because like OCD.
Also, when we got the longies.
I think I want to like try an era where I ditch the long nails.
Yeah. I prefer short nails. This
Those
was
look
just
so good.
Mind you, that's like like the absolute art piece.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call myself out. So get ready to clock this. The shirt, the nails. I went a little bit hard on TikTok Shop. Okay, they got me.
Are those press ons?
Whoa.
Oh, these are pressed onto the gods.
Wow,
But they
those are
stayed on.
amazing.
They're staying on a little bit too. Like they're working too well. Because now I
Wow.
want them. I'm so
They're so cute.
overstimulated or whatever.
Those look like they get snagged on a towel,
Oh, honey.
honey.
Yeah.
One of them snagged my nipple ring. TMI. But
Hey.
oh well.
Hello.
And I said, oh,
Yeah, I
the
used
starfish
to have
caught the ring. I said, oh.
Nope.
starfish. Well, I remember having had nails like that for a shoot once, and they were like real nails, and I had them on for like the whole 2 weeks or whatever, and it was just like, God, it was so painful when I get like snagged on a towel. I
It
feel like my
hurts
whole
so
finger
bad.
was getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that experience. I said never again.
Yeah,
Ever.
I never see you with the clip cutters.
That was so painful. It throbs your entire. I couldn't even sleep. That's dramatic.
Oh.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm good with my nubs. I get so bored also at nail salons. I can't do it. It's like so long just sitting there.
Yeah.
And also, I feel bad that they have to touch my feet. I'm not kidding.
Can I say something? Same, sis.
I'm like, that sucks.
because I got Frankenstein feet because of the surgery.
I just what?
Oh,
Because of the
and y'all don't know the truth.
so get it. Okay, not me
Well,
just
so
touching
you
your
just
foot.
touched my foot, so that's
Okay, so you have to pay extra for that. But no, but I got bunion surgery, and I hate that word.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really like
Everyone
icky.
has them.
I know. Well, not me anymore. Toots. But yeah, I got mine slashed off, and so now I got these screws
Were they
and
that
bolts.
bad?
Girl, that's why you never you never see my feet. Because
really don't.
There's a huge scar on both of my feet.
Wow.
So who's hungry, right?
Me starving. I obviously love my beauty stuff and doing my beauty stuff when it's done, but like when I'm at a nail salon, I feel like every time I'm at a nail salon, it's like my phone has never had more notifications, and
Yeah.
it's just like
Right.
I like stare at it. I'm like, why is like my ex from 2 years ago calling me 3 times?
No,
Yeah.
literally, that's when everyone wants to call. And
Why
they're
is
like,
the most
okay.
important business opportunity of my life needs to be answered within 5 minutes?
Right.
I know.
I think sitting there, it shows a lot about like,
How attached we are.
yeah, it shows a lot about how attached we are. Okay, it shows a lot about how attached we are, and also I feel like it shows a lot about like, I guess maybe me of like, I really can't sit in silence, can I? I'm like, this is
I don't
border,
think anyone can.
but we should. Like, look at the monks.
I'm working on it with meditation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's like it's borderline meditation.
Yeah, I heard that meditation.
What? No, because I usually like would wake up in the morning and blast music, but I was like, let me just take 5 minutes before I look at my phone. And
It's
then
so
I'll do it.
important.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that at night and not just like immediately looking at my phone.
Oh, I think that's the best. I
So I have
think
like
you should
haunted
look.
dreams when I.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
I think you
messed
should look
up.
at your phone, get really upset about whatever's on the first notifications, and base your
Right.
whole day off of it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the tea. That's how you have a
That
good
just
day.
made me feel so excited that I blocked that man today. Like
you-
you just like made me relive the experience of freedom. I'm like, wow, I don't have to worry about that. This is great.
Yeah, no.
I'm free.
And we're all going on a boat this summer.
because we're not.
I dropped the ball last summer for
Yeah,
us.
she tried to get us on a boat, and the guy ended up being really weird and scary.
Our friend had to
Wow.
get him off the phone in our kitchen, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That I've learned from that.
yeah.
I feel like I don't have a good track record now that we're saying it out. Like
Yeah.
the crazy guy I hooked you up with, the weird boat guy.
But it's like your heart was in the right place.
And you want to know what? This summer it's going to be in the right place on a boat.
Hello.
I agree.
And Trevi,
I'm the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're going to get into this segment called Off Our Chest. If you don't know what that is, it is a segment where we rant about something negative or rave about something positive that happened to us this motherfucking week. Kate is going to start, so take it away.
Okay, so you were talking about crashing out and going out, and that triggered a memory that happened a few days ago where I kind of had a moderate crash out, and I didn't go out, but I was so thankful to go home to Harper-Rose and be able to talk to you about it. Because, like, when I'm sad about something, I got to talk about it with someone. And so you guessed it. This is about comedy. Another bad thing happened, but it's not always going to be this way. But anyways, I showed up to this show and they were live streaming it. And I guess on this live stream, do I have to say allegedly? I don't even know. Allegedly, you can get money on it. Like, people in the audience in the live stream can give you money. And it was like a Friday night. And I mean, this show is really cute, but it's like those people on the live stream were not my audience, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no, in Cell City?
Yeah. And and it's so weird because if it wasn't for the live stream, I would have had such a good night.
Right.
I would have been like, because I did well. It was cute. And after it, this girl comes up to me and she was like, I've never experienced anything like that. She comes up to me. She screenshotted the live stream and she goes, oh my God, look what they said about you. And they were like, she's so fucking unfunny. This like girls, they called me like, they said like, fuck this girl.
What?
And
The fuck?
it actually gets better. So I'm like, I'm so jarred. I was like, what? And then I go up to her because we have to all like take a picture of all the comics. They wanted a picture of all the comics. So I get back on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was really weird that they said that stuff. And then she goes, yeah, they also said that they know where you live. And I was like, what? And she's like, kidding. And I was like,
what the fuck?
it was so weird. And I was
girls,
like,
girl.
right. And I was like, aren't you a girl? Like, I thought we had our back.
Right.
Because she's a comedian too. And then I go home and I obviously am like in the bathroom doing my makeup with Harper-Rose and I'm telling her about it. And it's just like validating because you were like, this job can be so humiliating. And for some weird reason, like you're really experiencing that this week, like getting shown that. And it's just like, I am so thankful that I'm not thankful you went through this shit with stand up, but like I have someone to look up to about it. Cause like you do validate the way I feel when this bullshit happens. And it's weird shit that happens to me that like shouldn't. And then she screenshots like, oh my God, she screenshots a lot of different comedians on the live stream and she puts it up on her story like, we love at this comedian and like all the nice live stream comments for the comedians. And then she puts mine up and said, the incels really came for at Kate Lav. And I go, delete this. And she was like, oh, for sure. I was like,
Are you?
what?
The f-
Like, are you insane? Like, clearly. But I was like, this is so, because this was, I talked about this in the Page episode, how I fucking at an open mic, this guy just decided to body shame me and like say I had a flat ass in front of everyone, try to
Right.
embarrass me. And then
That's
this
so
happened
mean.
3 days later. And I was like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I seriously, I hate comedy this week. And I'll just say it, like, I'm hosting an open mic tonight and like, this little part of me has been like dreading it. And I'm just like, and we have like a show at the Comedy Store and I'm like, ugh, but I'm trying so hard not to put that out there. But I
Yeah.
feel like this job makes it so hard to be positive sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I go into it positive and then this like shit happens. It's like a Disney movie, that shit. I'm like, it's that level of mean. I'm like, this doesn't need to happen. I don't get
Yeah.
it.
Fuck.
No, it's really, really crazy. I feel like this past week illuminated why Gabby and I are always so grumpy and cranky. Like when we talk about it, you're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I love the positivity and like I used to have that too. And it's like
Yeah.
I love stand up, but like I'm like 8 years in and almost 9 years in, and it's so like there's so many experiences like that where you just sort of like kind of just exist.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, especially as women.
Yeah. But
And
no,
yeah.
women are haters in this industry too.
Yeah.
Evidently.
Yeah. It's kind of a treat.
And I'm
Kiss
just
on
like,
top.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving myself time, but it's so weird how like 3 weeks ago I was like, I fucking love stand up. And now I'm like, do I want to do this? Like, this is like, is this humiliation even worth it? Like, I don't know. I just had like back-to-back bangers this week of bullshit. And then, I don't know. And it's like, I have like some male comedian friends, which is crazy, but I do. And I tell them about it and they're like, what? They like have no idea.
They're like, that never happens to me.
Right. And I'm like, it's just so different. It's so different. And like, I don't know. It's like every day I get more why you and Gabby say the things you say about stand up. Because I'm like, this is peculiar in a really weird, demonic way.
And heavy on the demonic.
Heavy.
Heavy.
Heavy on Ants in My Skin.
Yeah. So.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
I know.
it's like when it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
Episode title.
Right.
Because it goes with anything. Like the dopamine thing that I was saying, like I said, does not have to be with relationships. It could be literally any aspect of your life. And it's like, God, all I crave is just some consistency.
Right.
Yeah.
Some consistent fucking praise because you work your fucking ass off. You shouldn't have, like, it's so, it shouldn't have to be like when it's good, it's fucking good. Like,
Right.
people should learn to respect other human beings. That's like, I cannot believe that girl.
It was so
If
weird.
you guys can't see it, there's steam coming out of my ears.
Yeah.
I was like, who
And, like,
are you?
The like weird laughing at it. Like, that's not funny. That's just being like a bully.
Literally, and putting it on her story was
No, that
when I got
cherry on top.
mentioned you in your story, I was like,
What does she do?
I'm about to break into this girl's house
Yeah. Not
and
kidding.
do something crazy.
Yeah, I know where you live.
But yeah, right.
Udo reversed. Honey,
So
really,
we're releasing that. It's gonna be a good week with comedy.
yeah. You know what it is?
It is.
It
'cause
is.
And
it's
I'm going to be
also-
there tonight. I'm going to protect you because if someone says one weird ass thing,
No,
I'll
literally.
go joke her on their ass.
Yeah, and it's like I just gotta remember I'm so new. This is supposed to be fun right now, so I can't take myself too seriously.
Yeah, period.
Ours are basically the same thing. And by
Love.
the same thing, I mean literally not at all.
Could
Oh,
never be more
okay.
different.
No, could never be more different.
Okay.
So I had one of the most important meetings of my life today. And mind you, I glammed for that meeting simultaneously while taking that glam that's on my face right now to this podcast studio. So I was really just like going in. I was like, okay, because it was a lunch meeting. And it was outdoors. So I had to keep in mind of like what's going to look good on the studio cameras and what's going to look good like outdoor at a lunch where I don't look like Gaggy the Clown. Like get the clown nose in the back seat. Can't make it up.
Period.
And I just spent so much time with skin prep and like my glam and just like making it look very natural to a sense, of course. Still need to give that fantasy, but I'm like sitting there and I'm starving. Like I try to eat before the podcast because y'all hate when I eat while on the podcast, and that's valid. But the meeting was actually 5 minutes away from here, so I like timed it up perfectly. And no one else, like none of the other people in this meeting, like ate because it was like a cafe, so everyone just got like coffee. And I'm like, I got an avocado toast. I'm like thinking in my head, like, what's like the cleanest,
Right.
best option for me? And I should have got something that like maybe I could eat with a fork. But yeah, I got an avocado toast and it had, I didn't know it had this on it, but I was delighted that it had it on it. Any other day I'd be even more delighted, but it had like tomatoes and chili oil and like flakes and like avocado, whatever. I'm starving and also horny.
Period.
Check it, clock it. So we're like literally having like such an it's the thick of the conversation.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, these are what fucked me up. I don't know if it's basil. I don't know what it is, but it's like those little like almost like lettucey type greens, but they're like
Parsley?
stringy.
Okay.
They're like
Sprouts?
Dill?
No, like
Rosemary?
not. No, like I think it was like just. I think it was like a basil of sorts, but it was just cut in like a long rectangle. So there was just like a bunch of like
Okay.
really because like imagine you like pulling it and then it just
Keeps going.
just keeps
Doesn't
going.
stop.
So I'm like in the thick of this conversation, starving at the same time. I'm taking a bite of this avocado toast. I'm wearing this, so I have my whole chest out.
Yeah.
I have chest like glitter on, whatever. And like one of the little stringy things has like a load of chili oil on it. And it like just goes, you looking at Harper.
Yeah.
You're like, oh God.
I'm hiding.
And it literally just like falls onto my chin and the chili oil is like red. And I'm like, this glam I just spent 2 hours on,
damn.
and the chili oil starts dripping down, and then hey, don't worry, it gets better.
On your
A
chest.
tomato falls into my corset,
Girl.
Yeah.
down my boob, and you could just see me, and I'm like talking about like my passions, right? Mind you,
Oh my God.
can't make it up.
Oh
At the
my
same fucking time, an earring falls out,
Girl.
Oh my
and
god.
I made a funny, and I
Yeah,
said,
you probably looked relatable.
no. I said, and hey, guess what? This is the best moment for that to happen.
Right.
And
"I
everyone
planned
laughed, and it
this."
was fine. And I wasn't actually embarrassed, but like I was more so pissed that I had to like go in the glam or go in the bathroom for like 10 minutes and like fix like what was like, you know, hashtag undone by like chili oil, which is like just crazy. So our offer tests are the same thing.
That is.
honestly,
yeah.
it's giving birds of a feather.
Chili
Yeah.
oil on
Cope
the chin.
together.
But it was just
Yeah.
like, it was just, I obviously was very composed in this meeting, and I just like think like it was the last possible thing that I wanted to experience. It would have been way worse if I like had anxiety and I was silent,
Yeah.
or if, you know, I started crying or like
Right.
something bad actually happened. But it was just a little embarrassing. I had to like clean chili oil off my tits and like fish for a tomato, and like, dare I say, grab an earring off the floor of like somewhere in Beverly Hills.
Period.
But
Dare I literally say.
manifesting that throughout all of that meeting is gonna make me have a prosperous future,
Yeah, and it will.
and it will.
This is actually kind of weird and crazy, but my off the chest is actually the exact same as y'all's. So
Stop.
get into it.
No way.
Not trying to copy, but that's why I went last.
Hey.
So I haven't driven since I was legally, since I was 20 years old. Clock it. But I am now eligible to get my license back.
Wow.
So 32, finally getting that damn license back. And
Yes.
we love to see it. Now, here's the thing about me. When I get excited, I really just hit send. Okay.
do.
yeah, with
I
a
do.
goat, with
I do.
a goat, with a goat
She
noise.
goes hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
no, that's the engine.
yeah.
Right.
And I'm revved up and ready to go. But
Yeah.
anyways, so I actually need to go to like a coping mechanism. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so here's the thing. It's
class
like
of
a,
sorts.
it's like a center. But so here's with like a padded room. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so
No, like a treatment, like a.
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah.
please lock me up because I
Straight
cannot be
jacket.
trusted. So here's the thing. I don't come from money. I have never had money in my life. And like legally I don't even have it now, but I've never had the money that I have now. I got really excited because I'm like, wow, I'm getting my license. I don't have my license yet, by the way. Really want to make that clear. And but I said, I'm gonna get it.
Right.
So I said, what do I
Manifest.
do right now? I need to get on the phone with someone and I need to get a car right now. I'm not going to consult anyone. I don't know anything about cars. I saw a car I liked and I said, hey, I think I can afford that. Let's lock it in. So I have a 3-hour phone call with this saleswoman and she's gassing me up. I'm like, girl, I don't really have a license. Is that bad? She's like, no, you'll get one. I'm like, we're going through
I'll
my...
take $5 off. You're like, okay,
Period.
you're
And-
my girl.
And then she's like, and I don't know how buying cars works. So then she's like, is this price okay for you? I'm like, yes, girl. And she's like, okay. So then we're not knocking it down. And so she's like, okay, we're going to have to ship the car out. Is that cool? I'm like, ship it. Who gives a fuck? And I'm like, this is
fucking crazy. bro.
yeah, I was like, this is living, bitch. And I was like, this is good.
Now this is living.
No, this
Yeah,
is
no.
living. Meanwhile, like Kate and I's neighborhood, it's giving spooky, scary, haunted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't walk alone at night or at all.
Yeah.
But
or at all.
but I was like, let me
Any
get
gender.
this nice car in this neighborhood that's gonna be good. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna
Really
work out.
nice car.
So our landlord is like, hey, I had to give away the second parking spot because, you know, of reasons XYZ. And I go, and I'm like on the phone, you know, and I was like, oh, so I'd have to just park this car out on the street where like there's hit and runs like every night.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. And I go, okay, beautiful. So I'm like,
Right.
maybe that's not good. Then just something was coming, like all of a sudden the reality of my decision was coming in. So then I text my brother who's younger than me, but really good with money. And I text him and I go, hey, I'm in the process of buying this car and getting it shipped out. What do we think about that? And he goes, no.
Right.
He goes, that's not for you. And then he explained how money works and how I'm gonna have to buy
Right.
insurance, gas, oil if something breaks. And he goes, and by the way, you're an independent contractor essentially. He's like, so you have to pay back all of your own taxes at the end
Right.
of the year. And he's like, did you account for that? And I said, I sure didn't.
No.
Right.
And meanwhile, we got Michelle on the phone going, zippity doo dah.
Yeah, she goes, we're gonna up the price. You go, perfect.
No, literally. And I was like,
Couple more cents
"Ow."
here and there. it.
Yeah. And she's like, and do you want us to add on this stereo thing and Sirius? And I'm like, add it on. Who gives a fuck?
No, mind you,
I got, like-
no one's using Sirius XM.
Oh.
I'll get two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You want to know what I said? Put it in the back seat. She goes, it doesn't work like that. I go, I don't know how cars are, so
Yeah.
who cares? And so then I was like, well, she's like, okay, so it'll be here like Wednesday, and then if you don't have your license by this Wednesday, which is in 2 days, she was like, how about you just like have someone else test drive it? And I was like, perfect. I was like, Kate, you're gonna have to just come drive this car.
Doesn't ask me.
Well, no, because then my brother, he's like, get the off the phone right the now, and he's like bald, so like when he's angry, it's like intense.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
then,
Oh, right,
y'all
right.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and then
of course.
and then I go, oh, Michelle, okay, gotta go. She's like, oh, the shipping's free, so we'll just do all the payment when the shipping, like when the car gets shipped here. And I go, okay, and talk to you soon, goodbye. And then I call my brother, and again, he like explains everything. He's like, you cannot get this car.
Right.
Like this is gonna make you car poor. So now I have to break up with Michelle on Wednesday.
You still haven't broken up with Michelle.
'cause I'm like-
well, what if the car gets shipped?
Oh, honey, what do you mean? What if it's being shipped? It's yeah.
Cancel the shipment because they're gonna ask you for your payment.
No, they
details.
are. They are.
Hello.
I'm avoiding-
Why are you on this podcast right
Because
now?
I have to get it off my chest.
Call Michelle right now.
Right now.
Okay, you guys. Should I call
Live
Michelle? Okay.
Oh.
No, I can't. Here's
You
the
need
thing.
to break up with Michelle.
If Michelle would have been a man, I could have done it. I cannot break up with women. It's just like my fatal flaw. I can't do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people deal with that.
You can have your brother do it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I got to get someone else on the
No,
line.
I didn't know anything about cars. My, older ex-boyfriend helped me get my car.
Right. Oh shit.
I thought he was gonna pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah, not him making me pay for my own car. That's
Honestly abuse.
insidious.
Abuse
That
comes in
wasn't-
all shapes and sizes.
All shapes, all
And the fact that you had to pay
sizes.
for your cars is whack. But anyways, so I guess my off to my chest is that I have to break up with my car sales girl, and I still am not gonna have a car. So I love that.
You know
I love
what?
that too.
Maybe it's just not the time right now.
Excuse me for the burp.
I think just get the license first, then worry
You know
about
what?
the car.
We're gonna focus on that.
Yeah. That's all we gotta focus on.
Thank you.
This is the best moment ever. Our
This is the best
Celsius
moment
came.
ever.
Cute alert.
All right, you guys. This is the first episode, I think, where we haven't done gaggy guidance. We are running on a strict schedule at the studio today because we are bulk filming. So if you want to see some advice or us answer some of your questions, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/6feetabove. But we got plenty of Harper-Rose content.
She
I
was
think-
too gaggy.
No, you were too gaggy that we just couldn't fit in
Wow.
the questions.
which is
And I pray for Michelle.
an honor. Yeah.
No,
There
and
we
I'm
go.
I'm praying for her. I'm praying for me, and one day I'm gonna get this
Yeah.
car.
1,000%.
Totally.
Yeah.
I
It was like a really nice Ford Bronco.
oh, bye.
She sent me the screenshot of like the receipt for it. I was like, wait, what?
Bye.
What are you talking about?
I was
Goodbye.
like, get ready. I'm driving us around all summer. Like, and then I go,
That's the
actually,
boat.
I just was humbled.
Right.
And then my brother, yeah,
Maybe a Jeep.
honey, I said maybe.
Honey, I said maybe.
No, you just
Honey,
need
I
like a
said-
shitty small car.
That's kind of the wave these days.
It's like I don't get. I never understood the car hype. Why people pay like so much money, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that.
Right. I am too.
I am grateful that I'm surrounded with people right now. I'm grateful that I'm surrounded by extra special people, Bree, Kate, and Harper-Rose. Thank you for coming on. Super
Thank you for
grateful for
having
that. It's always a gag. You're welcome back anytime. They love you. I love you. I know Kate loves you and Bree loves you. Grateful that my energy drink just showed up. And we got to film like 17 more episodes right now. So that's it from me.
Period.
Period. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that you guys are coming to my weekly and monthly show. Tickets in the description below. It's gonna be great. I'm just so grateful to be here with my ladies. Grateful I'm feeling free. Grateful that we're just like doing the damn thing and bulking these episodes up because the old us wouldn't have done this.
The oldest wouldn't have the stamina.
Yeah, and like it's cool to see us both pushing each other.
It
Like,
is.
No, we're gonna get this done because we care
Yeah.
and we love you guys. So, yeah, just thank you so much for coming on.
Okay, literally, thank you so much for having me. Grateful for the gag of it all.
Of course.
And yeah, Whoa.
How you
Dude.
talking?
I start
Remix.
crying. Okay. No. no.
Remix. Stop. Edition.
Yeah. What? No, just so grateful for you guys. And I just had so much fun today. And we love to see it.
Anything to plug?
No?
Okay. Follow her on
Yeah,
Instagram.
You guys, make sure you
Wow.
follow Harper-Rose
And
on
Parallel
Instagram.
Play.
And Parallel
It's
Play.
our joint page where we gag.
We
With a
have tons
capital
of
I.
gigs.
That.
Oh.
And her podcast, Tea Time.
Yes, and her podcast Tea Time. You guys all
Okay,
think...
whoa, not me forget. Oh my God.
I thought you were going to say
You guys,
that.
I just like literally I zonked out. I'm like, I've never done anything in my
Right.
life.
Ever.
You said anything to plug? I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, surely nothing.
Right. It's okay.
You know what? The CarMax in Burbank. I'll plug
No,
them.
stop
I'll
it.
plug them.
No. You guys, all things Harper-Rose is in the description to her socials and her amazing podcast with Gabby Lamb, Tea Time. We love you so much, and we will see you next week.
Love you.
Love you.
See ya.